Hello students, in the last sessions we had discussed about the local maximum and local minimum defined on an open interval a comma b. Now in this session we will go for what is absolute maximum and absolute minimum on defined on closed interval a comma b. So there is a difference between open interval a comma b and closed interval a comma b. So in this closed interval a comma b, a and b are the endpoints which are included in open interval, whereas in open interval a and b are excluded. Now, suppose a function is defined on closed interval a comma b and differentiable on open interval a comma b. Suppose x1, x2, x3 are extremes of f on open interval a comma b. Extremes means either it has local maximum or local minimum, and we have discussed where we can find the local maximum or local minimum means where the derivative becomes 0. So x1, x2, x3 are the stationary points where the derivatives are zeros and the sign of the derivative changes from positive to negative or negative to positive. So assume that these are the stationary points. Now in order to find the absolute maximum or absolute minimum, the greatest value among these values f of x1, f of x2, f of x3, because these three are local maximum or minimum values and f of a and f of b are the end values. So there is a possibility of finding the absolute extrema at the end point also. So which is maximum value, the greatest value of f of x1, f of x2, f of x3, f of a, f of b is the absolute maximum of f. Means that is maximum among this all the set which is maximum, that will be the absolute maximum. Maximum of f of x1, f of x2, f of x3 and the end points outputs f of a and f of b. So among these values which is maximum, that will be the absolute maximum for the entire function. Similarly, the least value of f of x1, f of x2, f of x3, f of a and f of b is the absolute minimum of f, means which is minimum of, means least value, minimum of f of x1, f of x2, f of x3, f of a, f of b. Now we will see one example on the how to find out the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. So example, if f of x is equal to x square defined on open interval, assume that first I will take the open interval -1 to 2, -1 to 2, that is x belongs to -1 comma 2, where -1 and -1 and 2 are excluded. Now what is f dash of x? F dash of x is 2x. The stationary points where f dash of x is 0 is 2x is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 0. So what is the domain? Domain is -1 and 2 divided with 0. As -1 and 2 are not included, they are excluded. Now if x is equal to -0.5, then f dash of -0.5 is what? 2 times of -0.5, which is -1 less than 0, means there is a negative. Similarly, if x is equal to 1, then f dash of 1 will be 2 into 1, which is 2 greater than 0. So positive. Means there is a change in the sign from negative to positive at 0. So we can have a local minimum at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0. So, and what is its value is f of 0, 0. Therefore, it has local minimum at x is equal to 0. As there is a change from negative to positive, there is a local minimum, and its value is f of 0, that is 0 square is 0. Now coming to the absolute minimum and absolute maximum. As f of 0 is the extrema and endpoints are not included, so there is only one value, maximum of, or okay, minimum of f of 0 is what? That is minimum, there is only one point, that will be 0. So therefore 0, okay, it has absolute minimum at x is equal to 0, and its value is f of 0 is 0. That means f of 0 is less than or equal to f of x for all x belongs to where open interval -1, 2. So this f of 0 is the absolute minimum of the entire function defined on open interval -1, 2. Now, if I change the open interval to closed interval, what happens? So that is f of x is equal to x square, x belongs to closed interval -1, 2. So we are well known with the graph. So that is -1, this will be 1, axis, so this will be 2, and this will be 2 square will be 4. So this will be a shape of the graph in between -1 to 2. Now we have to find what is the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. So again we have to find out the local extremes. F dash of x is 2x. The stationary points where f dash of x is equal to 0 is x is equal to 0, because 2x is equal to 0 means x is equal to 0. Now as per this condition, x only one is the extremes of f, either it may be a minimum or maximum. Now coming to the maximum, absolute maximum of the extremes and the end points. Now f of -1 is what? -1 whole square is equal to 1, which are the end points. F of 2 is what? 2 square, which is 4. So absolute maximum is equal to, so which is maximum of max of f of 0, which is the extrema, or f of -1, f of 2. So among this list, which is maximum, that gives the absolute maximum. So that is maximum of f of 0 is 0, f of -1 is 1, f of 2 is 4. Then among this 0, 1, 4, which is maximum? Is 4 is the maximum. So it has the absolute maximum 4 at x is equal to 2. Therefore it has absolute maximum at x is equal to 2, and value is f of 2, that is 4. Means all the values which are defined are less than or equal to 4 only. Means the outputs which will be less than, means that is f of x will be less than or equal to f of 2 only. All the means which we can't find the outputs which are more than 4. Now coming to the absolute minimum, which is minimum of extremes and endpoints. That is minimum of 0, 1, 4. Among these 0, 1, 4, which is the least one is 0. Therefore, it has absolute minimum at x is equal to 0 and value is f of 0, that is 0. So 4 is the absolute maximum value and absolute minimum value is 0. So these are the problems on absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Now we'll see some few more problems on extremes, absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Now we'll see one more problem. Find the absolute maximum or absolute minimum of the function f of x is equal to x minus 1 whole square plus 3 for all x belongs to closed interval minus 3 comma 1. So first we have to find out the local maximum or local minimum, and when we go for absolute maximum we have to consider the endpoints also, as there is a possibility of having the absolute maximum or absolute minimum at the endpoints also. So solution, f of x is equal to x minus 1 whole square plus 3. First we'll try to find out what are the stationary points. For that we have to need what are the derivative. F dash of x is 2 times of x minus 1 and derivative of 3 is 0. So the derivative of x minus 1 whole square is 2 times of x minus 1 into derivative of x minus 1 is 1. So that's the. Now the stationary points where f dash of x is 0 is 2 times of x minus 1 is equal to 0 implies x minus 1 is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 1. Now 1 is the extrema, means at 1 is again a which is the end point also. So we can, and f of minus 3 is what? F of minus 3 will be minus 3 minus 1 whole square plus 3, which is minus 3 minus 1 minus 4 whole square, 16 plus 3, which is 19, and f of 1 is 1 minus 1 whole square plus 3 is 0. Sorry, not 0, it is 3. 0 plus 3 is 3. So these are the only two values. Now, in order to find the absolute maximum, the absolute maximum is maximum of the endpoints f of minus 3, f of 1, that is maximum of 19 comma 3. So among this 19 and 3, which is the highest one, which is the greatest one is 19. So it has absolute maximum value is value 19 at what point? At x is equal to where? Minus 3. Next, coming to the minimum, the absolute minimum is minimum of f of minus 3, f of 1, that is minimum of 19 and 3. So what is the least value is 3. Therefore, it has absolute minimum value 3 at x is equal to what point? At what point we got? At x is equal to 1. So these are the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Next problem please. So next problem is find the absolute maximum and absolute or absolute minimum of the function f of x is equal to 2x cube minus 3x square minus 36x plus 2. for all x belongs to closed interval 0 comma 5 means the function is defined on 0 to 5 closed interval 0 to 5 means 0 and 5 are also included. So first we have to find out what are the stationary points, and we have to find out the maximum at the stationary points as well as the end points. So we'll see the solution. So given f of x is equal to 2x cube minus 3x square minus 36x plus 2. F dash of x will be derivative of 2x cube will be 6x square, minus is minus, derivative of 3x square will be 6x, minus derivative of 36x is 36 and derivative of 2 is 0. So which we can, okay, so the stationary points where f dash of x is equal to 0 is 6x square minus 6x minus 36x is equal to 0, or we can take 6 common, x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So that is 6 times of, we can have x minus 3 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. So therefore x minus 3 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 3 or x is equal to minus 2. But minus 2 is a value or point which doesn't belongs to 0 comma 5, which is not a member in 0 to 5. Then what will be the member is only the 3. Means we can have the either local maximum or local minimum at x is equal to 3. And coming to the absolute maximum or absolute minimum, we have to check the values at the end points also, that is f of 0, f of 5 and f of 3 also. Okay. So since minus 2 does not belongs to closed interval 0 comma 5 and 3 belongs to closed interval 0 comma 5. Now f of 0 will be what? 2 into 0 whole cube minus 3 times of 0 whole square minus 36 into 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. All will be 0 plus 2 is 2. Next f of 3. 2 times of 3 whole cube minus 3 into 3 square minus 36 into 3 plus 2. That will be 3 cube 27. 27 into 2 54 minus 3 square 9. 9 into 3 27 minus 36 into 3 108 plus 2, or 54 plus 2 is 56 minus 27 plus 108 is 135, and which gives to minus 79. That is the value of f of 3. Next, coming to f of 5. 2 into 5 whole cube minus 3 into 5 whole square minus 36 into 5 plus 2. That is 5 cube 125. 125 into 2 it is 250 minus 5 square 25. 25 into 3 75 minus 36 into 5 180 plus 2, which is 250 plus 2 is 252 minus 75 minus 185 255, which gives to minus 3. Now absolute maximum is maximum of f of minus, okay, f of 3 is the a point of extremum, and the end points f of 0, f of 5. So that will be maximum of f of 3 minus 79, f of 0 2, f of 5 minus 3. Among this, which value is maximum is 2. Therefore, it has maximum value to at what point? At x is equal to 0. Coming to the absolute minimum, among this list, which is the minimum is minus 79. So we can have the absolute minimum value is minus 79 when x is equal to 3. And absolute minimum value minus 79 when at x is equal to, at what point we got minus 79 is 3. So absolute maximum is 2 and absolute minimum value is minus 79. Next problem. So the next problem is a real problem. Find two positive integers whose sum is 16 and sum of whose squares is minimum. Means we have to find out the two values in such a way that the sum should be 16, means he has given 16, and the sum of the squares should be minimum. Means for what values of what are the two positive integers whose sum of the squares is minimum. Means, so the solution, let x and y be the two positive integers, and what is the condition he has given? Such that x plus y is 16, that is the condition. Now what is the function he has given? That let us say the sum of the squares. Okay, let f is a function x square plus y square. Now this function should be minimum, means, but this is the sum of the squares of the positive integers. So f is equal to x square plus, what is y from the condition? Means in order to find out the maximum or minimum, we have to bring the given condition function into a single variable, either in terms of x or in terms of y. And we know the procedure how to find out the maximum or minimum. And he is asking for what value of x and y, it is minimum. Now, and what is y from the condition? That is 16 minus x whole square. What is since y is equal to 16 minus x. Now this is a function in terms of a single variable x. Now he is asking for what value of x? This is minimum. Minimum or maximum means we have to find out what are the stationary points, and we go for the second derivative test. Okay. Now therefore f is equal to x square plus 16 minus x whole square. Now f dash of x will be what? What is f dash of x? Derivative of x square is 2x plus derivative of 16 minus x whole square is 2 times of 16 minus x into d by dx of 16 minus x. That is 2x plus 2 times of 16 minus x into, what the derivative of 16 minus x is? Minus 1. So which is 2x minus 2 times of 16 minus x, or 2x minus 2 into minus x is 2x. 2x plus 2x is 4x minus 32. 2 times of 16 is 32. So this is f dash of x. Now the stationary points where f dash of x is 0 is 4x minus 32 is 0, implies x is equal to 8. So 8 is the stationary point. Now we have to substitute this 8 in order to get the maximum or minimum. We can apply the second derivative test. So apply the value 8 in the double derivative, and f double dash of x what is f double dash of x? As f dash of x is 4x minus 32, f double dash of x will be 4, which is positive, and f double dash of 8 is equal to 4, which is a constant, which is also greater than 0. Now, if f double dash is positive, then we can have the minimum at x is equal to 8. Therefore, it has minimum when x is equal to 8. So 8 is a positive integer. If x is equal to 8, what is the another number? And if x is equal to 8, then y will be 16 minus 8, which is 8. So therefore, x is equal to 8, y is equal to 8 are the two positive integers whose sum of the squares is minimum. Means all the values will be greater than 64 only. 8 square plus 8 square, 64 plus 64, 128. So all the values, the remaining values will be greater than 188. And 188 is the least one. So we are asking only the what are the positive integers. So positive integers are 8 and 8. Next problem. So the next problem is a window is in the shape of a rectangle and surmounted by a semicircle, means which is immediately attached with a semicircle. If the perimeter of the window is 20 feet, means what is the perimeter? Means the sum of the sides of the shape is 20. Find the maximum area. Means for what value of measurement the area gets maximum area. Now we'll try to find out what is the figure. So as there is a rectangle, so this is a rectangle with, assume that the length is x and breadth is y, x, because in a rectangle opposite sides are equal, and immediately there is a surmounted by attached with a semicircle, so which is a semicircle. So this is the semicircle. In this semicircle, this length x is the diameter. Then what is the radius? As the diameter is x, then what is the radius? Is x by 2. Now, so this is the figure. So this is a rectangle surmounted by the semicircle. Now the question is, and what is given? The perimeter of the window is 20 feet. Perimeter means the sum of the sides of the measurement. So y plus x plus y, and what is the perimeter of a semicircle? Is pi r. Okay. So let me write. Solution. Let x be the length of the rectangle and y be the breadth. Given the sum of the perimeter means sum of the sides, y plus x plus y, and what is the perimeter of a semicircle is pi r, where r is the radius. But what is the radius in terms of the diameter is x by 2. So as the diameter, the length is equal to the diameter of a semicircle, and as the diameter is x, then the radius will be half of it. Means this will be x by 2 and this will be x by 2. So okay, and radius of the semicircle is x by 2. So given perimeter of the window is 20 feet, that is y plus x plus y, x plus y plus y plus perimeter of the semicircle pi r means x by 2 is equal to 20. So which gives to x plus 2y plus pi by 2 x is equal to 20. Now in order to construct a function, we have to construct into a, we have to bring into a single variable, either in terms of x or in terms of y. So let us try to convert into a x value. So what is this 2y from this 20 minus x minus pi by 2x, or y will be what? This by 2. 20 by 2 is 10 minus x by 2 minus pi by 4 times of x. So that is the condition from that is the relation between x and y. Now the question is, find the maximum area. So what are the shapes included in this? Is the shape of the rectangle and shape of the semicircle. Now if you add these two, we will get the if you add, that will be the two areas, and for what values of x and y, that gives the maximum area. So let A be, what is the area of the rectangle, first part and second part. Area B, what is the length of the area of the rectangle is x into y plus, and area of the semicircle, as area of a circle is pi r square, then what will be the area of the semicircle is pi by 2 r square. But what is r? X by 2. So this will be x by 2 whole square. So area is equal to xy plus pi by 2 into x square by 2, means it will be pi by 4 into 2, 8 x square. Now it is a function in terms of x and y. Now we have to bring into the single variable, either x or y. As we have taken y as 10 minus x by 2 minus pi by 4x. So replace a is equal to x times of 10 minus x by 2 minus pi by 4 x plus pi by 8 x square. Now is asking what, find the maximum area, means for what value of x this shape gets maximum area. So first we need to find out what is the stationary point, and for what value of x this, what will be the value a. Now we will see. So still we can still simplify. A is equal to x into 10, 10x minus x square by 2 minus pi by 4 x square plus pi by 8 x square, or still 10, a is equal to 10x minus x square by 2 and minus pi by 4 x square plus pi by 8 x square gives to minus pi by 8 x square. If you take LCM, 8 minus 2 pi plus pi, so minus pi by 8 x square. So this is a relation between the area and x. What is x? X is the length of the rectangle, and we can say this x is the diameter of the semicircle. So this is the function in terms of x. Now we have to find out what are the stationary points. So the stationary points where a dash of x, as the function a is dependent on x, so a dash of x is 0, is okay. So we are not find out what is the derivative. Okay, the stationary points where a dash of x equal to 0. Now a dash of x will be what? Derivative of 10x is 10 minus derivative of x square is 2x. 2x by 2 is x minus 5 by 8 into derivative of x square is 2x. 2x. So which we get is 5 by 4 times of x. So the stationary point where a dash of x is 0 is 10 minus 6 minus 5 by 4 times of x is equal to 0, or x times of 1 plus 5 by 4 is equal to 10. If you simplify, you will get x times of 1 plus 5 by 4 is equal to 10, or x times of 4 plus 5 by 4 is equal to 10, but we require 10. So x is equal to 4 into 40 by 4 plus 5. So this is the stationary point. Now if we substitute this stationary point in the double derivative, so what will the double derivative of this function is? As a dash of x is 10 minus x minus 5 by 4x, a double dash of x will be minus 1 minus 5 by 4. What will be a double dash of x is minus 1 minus 5 by 4, which is a constant and it's a negative value. So the double derivative is a negative, means we can have the maximum value at what point? At x is equal to 40 by 4 plus 5. Now we will try to find out what is the maximum value. Since and a double dash of x will be minus 1 minus 5 by 4, which is a negative sign. Therefore, it has maximum value at x is equal to 40 by 4 plus 5. If this is, then we have to find out what is the value. That value gives the maximum area or maximum value. Therefore, a of 40 by 4 plus 5 will be, substitute in which one? Function, this function 10x, 10 times of 40 by 4 plus 5 minus 1 by 2 times of x square, means 40 by 4 plus 5 whole square minus 5 by 8 times of 40 by 4 plus 5 whole square. Now the LCM of this will be 8 into 4 plus 5 whole square is the LCM. Now coming to this point, it will be 10 into 40 into 8. Okay, so this will be 400 into 8. Okay, so 10 into 40, 400, 10 into 40 is 400 into 8 times of 4 plus 5. Coming to this, as 4 plus 5 whole square is there and 2 is there, means 4 minus 4 times of 40 square 1600 minus 5 times of 1600, because 40 whole square is 1600. Now if you simplify, $1,605 and we coming here is 3,205. Okay, if you simplify, 4 400 times of 8 fours are 32 plus 8 pi minus 4 into 16 6400 minus 1600 pi by 8 times of 4 plus pi whole square. 400 into 32 is 128. 4 into 32 is 128. So 128 and 2 zeros are there. So it is 12,800 plus 3200 pi minus 6400 minus 1600 pi by 8 times of 4 plus pi whole square. If you still simplify, 12,800 minus 6400 is 6400. 3200 pi minus 1600 pi is plus 1600 pi by 8 times of 4 plus pi whole square. So which gives to, again, if you take common 1600 if you take common, it will be 4 plus pi by 8 times of 4 plus pi whole square. So 1 plus 4 plus pi and 4 plus pi get cancelled, and 1600 by 8 is 200. So 200 by 4 plus pi. So this gives the maximum area. Now next problem. A wire of length L meters is cut into two parts. Means there is a wire of length L is divided into two parts, which are bent respectively into the form of a square and a circle. What are the lengths of the pieces of the wire respectively, so that the sum of the areas is the least. Least means minimum. So for what values of x, the areas will be minimum. The sum of the areas will be minimum. So assume that there is a wire of length. So AB is a wire of length L meters. Okay. So solution. Let AB is L meters. The length of the wire is L meters. Now this means a length L is divided into two parts. So assume that C, I have divided sum with some length. Assume that this will be x, and what is the remaining CB length out of total L? AC is x, and this will be L minus x. Okay. So let AC is x meters and BC, okay, CB is L minus x meters. So these are the two parts. Now each part is bent in the shape of a square and a circle. So this part, AC part, is bent into the square and CB part is bent into the circle. Now AC means the total length of AC is x, that is divided into that is bent into the form of a square. And what will be the, so as AC means the total length is AC, that is x meter, means the total wire is bent in the shape of a square, means perimeter of square is AC, that is AC. The perimeter of a square is x meters. And what will be each side? Each side of square is x by 4 meters. Because the total length is x meters, is converted into, is bent into the shape of a square, means that gives the perimeter of a square is x. So that each side length will be x by 4 meters. Coming to CB, the length CB L minus x meters, that is converted into the bent of circle, and what is the total length is again L minus x, which gives the perimeter of the circle, or we can say circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle is L minus x, that is 2 pi r is L minus x, implies r will be what? L minus x by 2 pi. Now the question is, what are the lengths of the pieces of the wire respectively, so that the sum of the areas is the least, means the sum of the square and the circle should be is given as least. If it is least, then what are the values of x, and what is the length of this square, and what will be the length of the circle. So that is the picture. So let A be the area, which is the sum of the squares of the sum of the areas of the list, that is area of square plus area of circle. Now area of a square, what is the area of a square? As length L is fixed, constant, and what is the area of a square? Area of a square is x square, is the side into side, but what is the side of the square is x by 4, so it will be x by 4 into x by 4, side into side, plus area of a circle pi r square, but r is L minus x by 2 pi, so which is L minus x by 2 pi whole square, which is x square by 16 plus L minus x whole square by 2 pi whole square, means 4 pi square, 1 pi we can cancel, so it will be 4 pi. So that gives the area in terms of x. Now as he has given that A is the least, means for least or maximum we had to find out what are the stationary points. Now the stationary points where A dash of x is 0 is, again we have to find out what is the derivative. So that is A dash of x, what is the derivative of this function? X square by 16 means 2x by 16 plus derivative of L minus x whole square by 4 pi, as L is constant, so 2 times of L minus x by 4 pi into derivative of L minus x, as L is derivative of L is 0, derivative of minus x is minus 1, which is x by 8 minus L minus x by 2 pi. Now we will try to find out what is the stationary points. So the stationary points where A dash of x equal to 0 is x by 8 minus L minus x by 2 pi is equal to 0. X by 8 minus into minus plus x by 2 pi is equal to L by 2 pi. What is the LCM here? So 8 and 2 pi is so 8 pi is LCM. Then it will be So it will be x common. So if 8 pi is LCM, 5 plus 4 is equal to L by 2 pi. Then what is x? So pi get cancelled. X is equal to, and 2 4s get cancelled. So it will be 4L by pi plus 4. So this is the stationary point. Now again, if you substitute in the double derivative, so what is the double derivative? 1 by 8 plus again 1 by 2 pi. Derivative of x by 8 is 1 by 8 minus L by 2 pi is 0. Minus into minus becomes plus x by 2 pi. Derivative of x by 2 pi is 1 by 2 pi. Means if you add, you will get a positive number. So double derivative at this point is positive. Positive in the sense we can have the minimum value. So that's, he has given that the area is the least. So if x is equal to 4L by pi plus 4, then what is the another one? So another, this is a piece. This is x is 4L by pi plus 4. Next, the other part, the other piece is L minus x. The other part is L minus x. What is x here? L minus, what is x? 4L by pi plus 4L by pi plus 4. 4L by pi plus 4. If you simplify, pi plus 4 is LCM. L times of pi plus 4 minus 4L, which gives 4 into L, 4L minus 4L will cancel, pi into L is pi L by pi plus 4. So this is the other part. So the total length L is divided into two parts, where the sum of the areas is least, means the length of the square, or we can say the perimeter of the square or AC length is 4L by pi plus 4, and the other part L minus x is pi L by pi plus 4 meters. So these are the problems and most important, very important problems, and you can try to find out these similar problems from your textbook. So these are the chapters covered in application of derivatives, and this ends the application of derivatives. And now we'll come back with a new topic in the next section. Thank you.